Greetings, Cancer, and welcome to your divinely guided room reading here for the week. Jumping in, we're getting a room for your energetic path. This is the irreversible rune of Yara. Yara means year. Yara, however you want to pronounce it. It's that rune of Kinaz that is going one way and then going the other way. Now, Kinaz is the lantern, the trailblazer, the one that manifests, that brings the energies, that lighting the path is trailblazing, like going one way, like the Pac-Man gobbling up the dots, right? So there's going one way and then going the other way. So Kinaz is like that cycle, that endings making beginnings, beginnings making endings, knowing that what you sow is what you reap. This is like karmic lessons. It literally means year. Yara means year. So at the end of the year, when we make the harvest, we assess our crops. Do I have enough to last the next energies? Do I have a good quality? What did I do good this time around? Do I have to adjust for next season? A lot of self-assessment and recognition of knowing that your actions are the direct correlation to the results. So this is like a karmic lesson here. So a lot of learning of an evaluation type of period here for you in your recent past here, Cancer. Please take a resonates, leave a doesn't. But you've had some time here to either begin or end, or simultaneously, regardless, you're doing the same with a cycle. You're either beginning to repeat one, or you're ending one, or you have just ended one. Or you could just be learning in a lot of lessons of how you work with your patterns, how your cycles go. Take them what resonates here, leave them what doesn't. In the energetic now is the rune of Manas. Manas has very grounded energy. The rune, when they have the lines go straight down, that's very like a stick in the ground. That's very grounded energy, right? So you got two of them going straight down, very grounded energy. If Manas, it's one clan flag looking at another clan flag. So Manas has your joy, your bliss, your pleasure, your clan flag looking at someone else's, or another aspect of joy, bliss, pleasure, identification. So this incites the definition of other than. It's not necessarily a definition of defense or in addition to. But in this Manas, we have also the rune of Dagas for that clarity, where you're at the center of this understanding here, where you realize that there's going to be some transmutation energies when you have this understanding that you're going to have no longer be able to go back to the same kind of comprehension again. So with this learning lessons here, I think like you're shifting perspective with your place in the world, your place in the clan. Now the rune Manas is knowing the rune or knowing mankind, kind of knowing what goes around kind of comes around, the nature of mankind, attachments to outcomes, labels, that sort of energy, right? It's a lot of energy goes into this room. So making sure that you're staying grounded here for this all. But Manas is like seeking more definition, right? You're learning. You've probably started or began something here very recently. You're still learning, and you're still trying to kind of put a finger on maybe a word to a thought, or a definition to a feeling, or to a partnership, however it resonates. In your energetic near future is Lagos. Lagos could be literally meaning that you're visiting a lake. Lagos means lake. Lagos is that body of water, sea, lake, flow, dousing with water. The divine feminine aspects of water, too, with this is healing more of that intuition. This is divine downloads in the form of intuition. Very grounded energy, but Lagos, the lake, the sea, the flow, the water, divine feminine, why that is, well, water has that intuitive know how to give life, nourish life like the divine feminine, primordial life-giving forces of water. So this is a big emotional and intuitive healing in this aspect. So I think with this clarity that you are working on here, you are going to get some healing, or at least you're traveling to a body of water for some of that emotional clarity, maybe even a ceremony near water. All right, taking what resonates here, leaving what doesn't. This is also a good opportunity to point out that we have aspects of divine feminine and masculine within all of us. All right, so the influence of the now is not a lot of clarification there. With Odin's rune, this is indicative of the patch that covers Odin's eye. So this is something that you already know, or something that's hidden from you, like the patch on Odin's eye. So we're going to get a rune of clarity from the Lapis Lazuli rune set here, a totally different, unused rune set here at the very end of the rune reading. So Cancer, please stay tuned for that. We're going to get that at the end. So if this reading resonates, consider a private session to explore your path, your energy, and the guidance of the runes more deeply. Each comment, share, or subscription helps this work reach more seekers like you who are looking for clarity and growth. Thank you all for showing up, for engaging, and for honoring your journey. Together, we are strengthened in this circle of awakening. What do you have for your advice for the now? Interesting for the advice for the now is Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the hail rune. This is natural disasters. This is an unintended eventualities. Not an if, but a when. So like when a hailstorm or a volcano or a house repair or a car repair, something like that happens, it's not an if, it's a when, right? We all have lots of these that happen in our lives. It's when we look at them as happening to us rather than for us that we tend to get mixed up in some negative downward spirals on that. But this is an irreversible rune, very grounding energy, very divinely guided, connected energy, transcending any barriers in between. So this is letting divine wipe away anything that does not serve your divinely guided path. So you don't have to make a decision just now. I think you're getting your clarity here in the future. I think right now you kind of have to let the storm pass and let divine wipe away anything on your divinely guided path that no longer serves you. And focus is this happening for you, Cancer, rather than to you. When you look at it as happening for you, you're looking for the blessings, the silver lining, so to speak. When you're looking at it as happening to you, your ego disguises itself as intuition, and then you get all sorts of backed up on your journey. So again, let the storm pass, all right? And I think this will show you what this other energy is made out of, and it'll give you more of that clarity into your flow state here in the future. For your outcome for all of this, Cancer, is beautiful divine communication. This is Ansus. Now Ansus looks like Lagus stacked up twice, right? One of those and then another one of those. So that's indicative of like a lot of that divine gifts, divine downloads, prophetic dream work. This is like the divine connection and divine downloads in the form of intuition for Lagus here. This isn't just intuition though. This is like literal gifts. Claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience, all those, one of those 6 clairs could be popping off. Could be a premonition, dreams, deja vu, spirit animals, palindrome, spirit numbers, songs on the radio, weird coffee grounds at the bottom of your cup. Take what resonates here, leave what doesn't, but you're going to have incoming communication, some enhanced aspects of communication here to look forward to here in the outcome. I think maybe, yeah, this is kind of a wait and see kind of energy here. And then wait for that divine timing for that communication. This isn't just you receiving, but this is that reciprocal, beautiful communication here, Cancer. Now let's get that influence, the rune of influence energy. What's that rune of influence? Yeah, dedication, showing up for yourself. The God Tears rune, Tiwaz, this is showing up, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for others, that sense of like Libra energy, that built-in sense of fairness, judgment, what is right, right? The scales of justice. Sticking up for that vector of victory, that daily dedication work. So maybe making sure you're not showing up in a martyr type of energy here, but definitely that dedication is showing up for you here, that making sure that this isn't just habitual, making sure that this is in your divinely guided path here. Maybe that's why Odin's rune was here over that, because this is a little foggy here for you. Again, I think this is obstructed because of this hailstorm, but divine is going to do its work. Trust that this is happening for you, not to you. All right, you're going to have your enhanced sense and definition here, or you're going to go get it. But right in this aspect of your outcome here, Cancer, this is beautiful, where you're going to get that enhanced sense of divine communication. And that's going to lead you to your flow, lead you to your enhanced intuition, your inner knowing, right? Beautiful stuff here. Let's see what card of clarity we have today from the Celtic Spirits Oracle deck. The Celtic Spirits Oracle energy is beautiful energy. This is all divinely guided here for you today, Cancer. So Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Cancer need to hear for this week from this beautiful Celtic Spirit Oracle deck. One card of clarity, please. Divine, please show us clearly with one card what message of clarity you have for Cancer's divinely guided room reading here for this week. What one card of clarity, Divine, please show us clearly. You want that card? Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Peace Walker. This is peace, gentle, and forward. This is a beautiful card. Let's look and see what this card has to say. I have to locate the card here, and we will read all about it. But this is interesting. Like making peace, the way of peace, your discipline. Not really fighting for that definition, but letting the energies be what they need to be. Right? The Peace Walker is an elemental who resides on the earth plane to help raise awareness, to help others find their way home. There are many elementals who have chosen to walk the path to help humanity and all of nature and its many beings on this plane. They sometimes find it difficult being in human form, but understand it's for a greater purpose. At this time, our worlds are all connected, but this may not be so if we continue to destroy what beauty we have in this world. This is the concern they carry, and their task is not an easy one. Peace Walker asks you to take up the challenge yourself and to do what you can to help raise the consciousness of humanity. Where can you help or set an example to educate or inspire others to look after nature and all its beings? Where in your life can you change your habits to have an impact on the plane? We cannot do this alone. We all need and are willing to listen. Another message by drawing this card is one of finding peace. Peace is essential in this day and age to help us through the stressors of everyday life. It sometimes seems that stress and being busy is taking precedence over being calm and nurturing ourselves. There seems to be less time for ourselves. We are time poor. and running on empty. This in itself is not sustainable unless we balance the scale by finding peace and calm, which means finding time to let this in. Because our external environment reflects our internal environment, by finding peace within ourselves, we can create peace in our external environment and vice versa. Make some time for yourself, even 15 minutes a day, where you can sit and just be. Meditate if it helps. Find your center, get out into nature. When we emanate calm, and it is infectious to others, and we receive back the calm in answer to the energy we are sending out. Help others find their peace. If this is one thing you feel you can do, make a difference in the world. Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. The more we find peace, the more we find peace on the collective scale, becoming centered and able to handle situations better. Bring balance back into your life and make time for you, Cancer. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.